What's up, guys? It's Bobby with Spitting the Truth About Records. Today's video is going to be about the top 5 best rap albums ever made. Now, guys, you know this list is tough because throughout the years there have been tons and tons of great records that have been put out throughout the years. And it's tough to just, pick 5 and put them in there. So, what I kind of did is I, thought, okay, well, I got to put this list together. I'm gonna pick records that have no filler on them, that every track on it is a banger, and that made it a little easier, even though it still is not easy. Alright, guys, you guys know how I like to do things. I usually like to start things off with a featured record of the day. Now, my featured record of the day is by an artist named Thelonious Monk, Solo Monk. Now, you guys mostly hear about his Brilliant Corners LP. You guys hear about his Monk's Dream, but not too many people talk about the Solo Monk album. Guys, this was basically him, as the title says, putting down some of his old hits, like Ruby My Dear, North of the Sunset, and Sweet and Lovely. This is the Bernie Grundman cut from the original tapes, Barnes & Nobles /ORG pressing. Comes with a poly-lined inner sleeve, pressed on white vinyl. Clean, quiet, no clicks, no pops. They did a good job on this ORG pressing. But it's worth picking up the 70s or even 80s reissues of these because this is a really unique album. If you get some time, guys, check out Thelonious Monk's Solo Monk. And look at the cover of that. I mean, come on. Awesome. Alright, guys, to start it off with my top 5, let me again say that this is very, very difficult to do because there's so many dope albums out there, and to tell me to pick 5, it's just, it's nuts, it's mind-boggling. But I gotta do it. So, to start things off, here's Tupac Shakur's All Eyes on Me. Now, for those of you who were around then when this album came out, Tupac had just gotten out of jail, bailed out by Suge Knight, and flew to LA, and all the stuff that Daz, Corrupt, Dre, Johnny J, all the producers were working on, went on this album. I mean, it's dope. It's a classic. I don't have to tell you about how many great songs are on this, the great storytelling on this album, the great beats on this album. Also, he went a little too far on this album, but still, I mean, it's a classic, and it belongs in every serious record collector's collection who digs rap and hip-hop. Tupac's All Eyes on Me gets number 5. Now, coming up next, this is another tough thing to do because I would like to put more records by this artist on, but you only get 5, so I picked for number 4, the Notorious B.I.G.'s Ready to Die. Guys, this album is street poetry at its finest. If you like storytelling, you like dope beats, this is the record. Ready to Die gets my number 4. Number 3, Nas, Illmatic. Another New York boy. I mean, the Genesis New York State of Mind, Life's a Bitch, The World Is Yours. The World Is Yours was one of my favorite songs, man. And how he pulls that Ahmad Jamal sample off it from Ahmad Jamal's Awakening. I mean, it's just a little 4 or 5 second piano loop that he just takes from there, and it just runs throughout the whole song. But it's dope. This whole album is dope, and it's a shame that I have to put it at number 3. But Nas Illmatic is my number 3. Next up, Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style. And like I said before, guys, I've heard rumors that Snoop showed up at the studio and freestyled this whole album. Don't know if it's true, don't know if it's not. All I know is it's irrelevant because this is a dope record. And it gets number 2 on my list. Now, number 1, guys, this is hard to put number 1, to put this record above all others, but I had to just pick one to me where every song on the record was dope. The lyrics were dope. The beats were dope. Everything on it was awesome. And for me, it has to go to Mobb Deep's The Infamous. Because, guys, when you were around back then, those of you who were around before this came out, Mobb Deep's first album, the record producers didn't give Mobb Deep the budget that they needed to make a good record. And that didn't happen on this album. The first one, it did. They didn't let Mobb Deep do what they wanted to do. They kind of limited them to what, they limited their vision. They had the brakes on them. And this one, they took the training wheels off. They gave them the unlimited funds, and they said, go out and make a dope record. And guys, they did. They picked up some of the greatest producers. They got some from Wu-Tang. They picked up Q-Tip. I mean, everybody's on this record. Big Noyd. It gets #1 for me. But guys, let me know in the comment section, what is your favorite rap albums of all time? Now, you only can pick 5. This is tough, but let me know what your top 5 is. Alright guys, this is Bobby with Spitting the Truth About Records, and my next video will be about the 5 most overrated albums of all time. Alright guys, stay tuned.